Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Marvelous Miss Maisel. Mrs. Maisel. I had a great time with the third season, particularly
Sure.
season 4. I love the pilot. I struggled with that second episode. I know
Understood. Right.
you liked it much more than I did.
Different strokes. I totally get it. It is definitely a darker Midge.
Yeah, it's darker,
and we've gone through she's gone through peril before. She's been stressed before.
Sure.
But I see why people didn't respond to it because this is like her lashing out at the world, and
Yes.
it's harder to root for her when she's like that. Like
Yeah, big
when
time.
the scene for me that was like is when they went to the club and she was heckling the other comedians.
Yeah,
And I was like, comedians should not be heckling other comedians, even if they suck.
Yeah.
You can tell them they suck later, but you don't interfere with another comedian's show just because you're upset that you didn't get on stage. Like, she was very wrong there. Even if these guys were hacks, even if they were garbage, you don't have. I've been to a club before and watched a guy bomb so bad that he forgot where he was.
It's so awkward.
And he stood there for a second. Like 30 seconds.
Oh no.
Because he was so freaked out he couldn't remember his bits.
Oh no.
And nobody heckled him. Because you just felt bad for the guy. You know what I mean? And I don't...
Such a weird vibe in that room.
It was so uncomfortable.
Just,
I think one lady was like, "You're okay."
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody say anything.
Right. They didn't. Like, everyone was just like, so
okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just because we're in the Midwest and people aren't monsters. Maybe there are places in the world where people are like, "You suck, get off stage, idiot."
In New York, for sure.
Right.
Like,
but it was very uncomfortable. But yeah, I don't think as a comedian, Midge, who has been heckled before, should be heckling other comedians. And I know those guys were bad, but that doesn't okay.
I mean, she even got there and did a set for him, like word for word,
Yeah.
The thing is like 3 seasons in a row of the same tone and the same Midge, and her just being so upbeat, and then we just have a abrupt stop to that.
And see, that's what I liked about it. That was for me what I liked.
I don't hate it.
Right.
I don't hate it. I'm getting used to it. Obviously, I'm glad the story is doing that because you can't just stay the same. You get stagnant. You know what I mean? So you got to switch it up a little bit.
Right. And let's face it. Midge's story for 3 seasons hasn't been a typical comedian story.
No,
she stepped on stage without a set and just destroyed the first time she did it. Right.
Yeah.
She's bombed a few times, but not in the kind of way where you get yanked off stage like most comedians do.
They haven't shown a lot of the bombs.
Right.
A couple of times, but yeah.
She's kind of lived a charmed life as a comedian so far.
Yeah.
She's obviously talented.
Oh yeah.
But there are a lot of talented comedians that have gotten on stage and absolutely fallen apart.
No,
right?
I know.
And there's sets, to everybody. It's a exercise, right? You try stuff out, you fail, you try again, you fail until you got it. But I kind of liked it for that reason. Like, we're actually seeing a different side of Midge. Now, I do think that we got to the end of the episode when she was at the, I don't know, what can we say on YouTube? Gentleman's Club?
Oh yeah.
The House of Ill Repute.
I almost forgot that's how we end that episode.
Right.
It's looking like she's going to MC it.
Yeah, it looked like she was getting an idea. Like she was smiling, she looked excited. The positive Midge was coming back. Like, the Midge who believes in potential is kind of coming back, which we haven't seen for 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I am looking forward to how she comes out of it, because we're not spending all of season 4 with Midge in the dark place, right?
No. In a weird way, this season could parallel Mad Men in that way.
Right.
Season 4 of Mad Men was very dark for Don Draper. This is kind of the anti-Mad Men, though.
Oh, for sure. Same time period.
Period,
right.
But a different vibe,
Completely.
I want to see what all the characters are up to now, because obviously Abe has got a job now. It's not paying well, but he's helping out pay the rent there.
Well, we had a really nice conversation between him and Midge.
One of their better moments. Very
for
good
sure.
Abe and Midge moment there. I like that a lot.
But I'll say this along with it: I'm still not loving Rose right now. We're not getting that moment with Rose. We're not getting the Rose that's like, "I'm glad you're my daughter," or "We're okay."
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with them saying like, "We're going to tell everyone we are letting you live with us in our apartment,"
it's not great.
That's gross. I mean, that's just
pretty nasty.
I mean, I get that pride is involved, but that is a disgusting.
And Abe's no different.
No, Abe, they were both in on that for sure. But that's a crap thing to do to your kid.
I feel like both the parents, not the Weissmans, or I'm sorry, the Maisels, but the Weissmans, they are in some kind of crisis.
For sure.
Like, ever since end of season 2, like, they are like full
spiraling a little bit. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and it's like, snap out of it.
Right, yeah.
We loved you so much in the first 2 seasons.
For sure. I really loved Rose as a person in season 2, where she was like taking some control of her life. And
I love the
autonomy.
Paris episodes.
And since then, it's just been kind of like a poor me. You know, I've always felt she was kind of a selfish person, but that's fine. Everyone on the show was turned up to 11. I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't dislike anybody that's because they're a lot on the show, because everybody is a lot on this show.
Yeah, Rose
right?
is not like season 3 Betty Draper.
No, she's not.
Or season 4 Betty Draper.
Right.
She's not that at all.
Rose is a lot, but then again, so's Abe, so's Midge, so's Susie, so everybody, so's Joel, or the Maisels. You can't dislike the show because a character's just a lot right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because that's kind of the fun premise of the show is these are people who are all a lot.
It's how they treat other people and their daughters.
Yeah. That's the one hang up I really have with characters. Isn't Midge in her dark place? It isn't Susie that was pretty deceptive and kind of gambled away Midge's money. Even though
she rode the line there. I mean,
even though she got it back, I was like, ooh, yeah. And I think Midge will find out eventually about that. I don't think there's any way it's not a thing. But Rose is the one person on the show where I'm kind of like, man, have your moment where you genuinely care about what happens with your daughter and what's going on with her.
I'm kind of surprised the Oklahoma thing hasn't come back up.
I think it will. I could be wrong, but
playing the long game with them.
Right. Anyway, we've meandered here. Go ahead and welcome Nate99, Paul Hess, Travis Faber, and Roseanne Stewart to our Patreon page. Thank you so much for being with you guys. We're very, very happy you're with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you don't mind hitting the subscribe button for us, please leave us a little like there. Leave us a comment down below, and I butchered that today.
It's okay.
I knew I was going to butcher it. I knew I was going to butcher it. It's first time out.
It's always the first show in the morning.
If we had a supercut of me butchering it, I would like to see it.
About 14 minutes long.
Yeah. But thank you so much for being here, guys.
Yeah. If you'd like to see a full reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page.
Yes.
We are at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of every single show, including The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, from where we are on YouTube. So if you finish this on YouTube and want to keep going, you can jump over to our Patreon page and see the next 4+ episodes, depending on what show you're looking at. We're also watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive. You will have to sync and watch along on your own device or streaming service. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. All right.
Being by the wire.
I saw. I heard.
So we went with Harem Girl.
Oh, it is Santino.
I've missed you.
I'm glad he's here.
Talk to Clifford. He signs the check.
He fits in so well.
Yeah, he does.
Smells fresh.
It's supposed to.
Who doesn't want fresh coffee?
Right.
In the Catskills, I was frequently voted safety monitor for various activities. Water sports.
At least she's being enthusiastic about something again. I like that.
Anyway, have a think on that.
It just completely fell asleep, didn't he?
I was like, he's either dying or sleeping.
Holding a cigar and a cup of coffee in his hand. Yeah. Yeah.
Working man.
Carson sounded kind of funny.
Wasn't funny. Sloppy. This place has a lot of work to do.
Did she end up running the club?
That'd be kind of... I would not see that coming.
Who's next?
Annie Oakley.
Thank you.
Or Brenda the Bird Girl.
You know what, though? For a gentleman's club, it's fancy, isn't it? It's actually
I like the production.
a lot of production. A good proscenium arch theater and everything. Yeah, it's nice.
Live band.
Yeah. Orchestra seats.
There are orchestra seats.
We've Waldorf and Adler up there.
It's not the most savory crowd.
This is a cool shot right here.
I love it. Those fire escapes, man.
Yeah.
They're so
It's
cinematic.
old New York, yeah. West Side Story.
Yeah.
Is this something icky?
You must be Susie.
Yeah?
I'm Nancy, Jackie's sister.
Oh, well, he's...
Dead. He's dead.
What? No.
If you're going to make spaghetti sauce, push the curtains back because you splash a lot and you can't get sauce out of that fabric.
It's really sad. I love Jackie.
I wonder why they wrote him off. I wonder if something happened to the actual actor.
I hope not.
Some of the finest plastic products on the household market. They sure are.
This is cool, but I can't... I'm still processing the Jackie thing.
Yeah.
With a gun. She screams, he shoots, and the Tupperware she was holding stops the bullet.
Imogene's really helping her out here, isn't she?
Midge, do you want to make some sales or not? Yes, showing them how to burp a 2-quart is not going to move product, and you're here to move product.
I'm glad we're getting more Imogene this season,
like her,
too.
yeah.
I like it. The actress is great, too.
Everyone, please excuse me.
She's got the Jackie news, yeah.
Man, that sucks.
It does. I'm sure there's a plot reason.
How's that sandwich?
Great.
She got sailed over cooking in that apartment.
Jackie's dead.
I know, honey.
So, does that mean that Susie has to run the club now? The Gaslight?
Oh, it's possible.
You have one fork? She didn't write anything down. I don't know where the funeral is. I don't know where the sister is.
Susie doesn't process grief well.
No.
But I totally understand
I
where
get
she's coming from. Absolutely.
A pipe exploded, drowning an entire family. Then there's the crib deaths.
Chester, just eat your eggs.
Yeah, and you still chose to move in.
4 choking deaths right in this corner. Maybe don't rush me.
That is dark. Okay. I assumed someone had died before because it's an old New York apartment, but
That's extensive.
that's a lot. It's like 1408.
It's like 1408, yeah.
Our house is so empty now.
Abe and I will visit soon, Shirley. I promise.
Tuesday.
Aw.
Yeah.
See, I don't hate the Maisels at all.
No, they're growing on me.
Yeah.
I don't go around the Catskills buying ice cream for little boys I don't know. There's plenty of those guys crawling around up there, you know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's dark.
There's a lot of dark comedy in this
Yeah.
episode.
Mother.
Called him Danny Deep Pockets. Went around asking boys to dig in his pants for candy corn.
Oh my god.
Then I had to get on, take it back up. That's 27 floors.
You'll survive.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're in an elevator for 27 floors.
Good thing I made it because I have a fun piece of news for everyone.
Let's hear it.
I love how he's wardrobed in this
I
episode.
love
by the
that
way.
code. I
Yeah.
was just thinking that, yeah.
Very well in New Haven. Has a lot of good buzz, pardon the pun. And there's an opening night ticket for each and every one of you.
Oh,
Nice.
that is fun.
I already don't have anything to wear.
If you'd like to bring a friend.
Yeah, Joel, bring a friend. Archie or maybe someone else.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, Joel, I still consider you a family member, and it seems a shame that you're alone.
Oh my god, stop.
Excuse me, Ma, for not wanting to go out with a pregnant divorced woman.
She's not divorced. Her husband died.
Kid, you have a matchmaking professional in the family, after all. Use me.
My God, you're right.
She's still on this, huh?
No, please don't give her your card, Rose.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I know her name. I know her number.
Rose, change your name, change your number.
Little
Molly?
About 63 years as a devout
Ball player.
Also,
I do feel really bad for Susie.
those
for
little
Susie.
chickens look great, don't they?
They do, yeah.
I know, yeah. Susie's really going through it.
Yeah.
Maybe just go to bed.
It's so hard to help somebody when they're
Yeah.
going through a trauma like that because everyone reacts so differently. It's like, I don't know what you need, but I'm here.
I would not want to go back to that apartment,
No.
especially with creepy Chester just hanging out there.
Right.
She asked me if I would speak at the service.
What did you say?
I was trapped, so I said yes. What am I going to say? No?
I trust Susie, but I'm not sure that she's in an emotional place to,
It's going to
do
be,
that.
it's gonna be hard. I've never had to speak at a funeral, and I don't know if I would want to.
Does this necklace work?
If you have to ask.
Changing the necklace.
Change it. That hat is nuts.
I know, right?
I can't stop looking at the hat, man.
I certainly can't take her to the Village Voice. I'm still new there. I might get a nickname today.
Another great
Just to say, that costume Abe so well here.
Page is full.
Well, then turn it over.
Both sides.
What about the other pages?
All full.
Just
Then we
coloring.
will get you more paper.
She's like a child.
She is.
Susie, tinkle time.
I already went.
Rose, you'll have to delay.
The kick of the table is great.
I'm bored. I'm hungry. I want to leave.
I'm working, Susie. We will leave when I'm done.
Take this.
Oh my god.
Now, you were my daughter's manager and a plumber before that, so you should understand business.
I think posture was only her only problem. Yeah.
Rose Weissman, I would follow you into hell.
That won't be necessary. What can I do for you?
Well, okay, at least she's...
Okay,
it seems legit.
this seems more legit than
yeah.
it was set up as before.
Yeah, we didn't see that yet, guys, so before you jump on our throats there.
Right, yeah. Another great, big, beautiful set piece on this show, man.
All right, this episode rocks. This is a great episode.
This is a great episode. It is. Camera work from over the cab.
Nice little twirl there.
Abe wore his cape.
Like Dracula.
Yeah.
This makes me want to go see a play.
I'm telling you, the camera work on this show is always just so impressive.
Look at that.
Oh, beautiful theater.
Welcome. I'm Gerald, the house manager. Your tickets, sir.
People who are watching and know New York, what theater is this? This is beautiful.
Please let us know.
Yeah.
We're sitting together? Away from you guys?
No.
Oh.
No.
Hey, is there...
No.
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 I don't think these two should hate each other this much.
Kind of hope they come around with each other and become friends, because they've got similar personalities.
I think they should be friends.
Yeah.
I think they both care about Midge. Their lives are chaos.
Yeah.
I think they should be in each other's corner.
They're both tough,
And Midge relies on both of them. They should be able to be friends through her for that, you know?
You would think.
We have a mutual goal, and that's to help Midge.
Yeah.
The camera work is amazing. Someone really knows how to shoot this show, don't they? They're like just masters.
Pros.
Do you find her attractive?
Rose, please don't feel the
Oops,
need.
never mind. Didn't see the mole till she turned.
Oh, God.
You didn't bring your press hat.
Clashed with my cape.
Who inspired this show? My Steiner Resort family. Because you are just that. Family.
This is really, really nice.
2 guitars. Jackie would have hated that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good callback.
Jacopo della Pietra? Jackie was in the army?
Don't know.
I know this is all a plot thing. Yeah, I really do hope the actor who played Jackie's
Okay, yeah, I'll look it up after we finish today.
Who's Darla?
Yeah, he had a life, man.
Yeah. I like the fact that we're getting this dimension of him that we didn't really have.
I want to miss him. He was so funny.
He was great. 3 lines an episode, but he crushed them all
every time.
Yeah.
They Came, They Danced opened last night at the Mark Hellinger Theater. Your mother might like it.
Whoa.
Abe, I need specifics.
Specifics?
If you think someone's mother would like the show, then tell me why you think someone's mother would like the show.
Why didn't put someone else's name on it? So that way the guy won't know.
Yeah. I didn't see this one. I didn't see this coming.
He hated the show, yeah.
We've known this kid 10 years. I watched him fall into a lake.
This would be a tough position.
Yeah.
Get angry. Be personal. That's why we hired you, Abe. For your voice.
Put in the review that you know the guy and he's a really great guy, but the show just didn't work.
Don't let them get duped.
I like that.
That's fair.
This is an editor that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's still going to blow up his family.
Yeah, big time. yeah,
it really is.
Can't talk to him anymore.
Right. Especially if they don't share the opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to be the problem if they liked it.
It's mainstream. It's poppy. It'll sell.
If there's not great, if the one song thing though, I would definitely write about
5 times.
Yeah.
This way, I guess.
Oh.
I'm really gonna miss him.
You know, he sent me clippings about you all the time.
Oh my God.
Where is everyone?
Oh, well, I sent the word out. I went through his phone book, and the Monsignor made some calls. Just didn't get much of a response.
Oh, come on.
Nobody else from the Gaslight could have came?
Jackie was so active in all of his life.
He went to church?
I've known Jackie since he was a little boy, and
Susie didn't know a lot about him.
No, she did not.
many a morning we found that the blood of Christ had been replaced with Dr. Pepper.
So creepy.
It's creepy.
But I think I'm going to turn the podium over to someone who's very special to him. Someone he always referred to as one of his closest friends.
This is the most emotional we've seen Susie, and I really like the fact that this is hitting her so hard.
It's getting me.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Did it crash?
Is crashing another funeral?
Serious?
This is strange to me.
That's someone's grandma.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute here.
She wanted an audience. Yeah.
Over there across the hall in the empty loser room. But, well, I can't talk about him to an empty room. That's not how it should go. It's not how he should be remembered.
I love this.
I mean, he never hurt anyone. He lived his life.
This is good to me.
Yeah, I know.
Put up curtains. He painted. He made stew.
I didn't grab a tissue. Dang it.
Certain foods did not agree with him. You kept the windows open on those nights. I never knew he fought in the war. I never knew he got a medal for bravery. I mean, they don't just hand those out. I mean, it was just a minute ago I found out I was his friend. No, I'm sorry, one of his closest friends. I had a close friend, and I never knew it.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Give her an Emmy.
Seriously.
What a I mean, look, it was crude, but what a beautiful eulogy.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Fantastic.
That was perfection.
I thought I recognized that unique combination of lilt and intensity.
Hey. This really is the best episode.
It's the best episode.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, well, I hate to steal your line, but what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
It's your job to stay focused despite whatever's coming at you, and you did good.
Yeah.
A little cruel, but...
Yeah, that was terrible, but yeah.
No, this isn't Belmore.
Everything is Belmore.
Stay, but do not sit where I can see you.
Oh, now I'm definitely gonna sit where you can see me.
So glad he's back.
That was a great little speech there, too.
It was. I guess it was an okay thing for the teacher to do if you're going to do stand-up. But for the other kid, yeah, no.
Have we seen a temple scene since Rose had her big walkout?
I don't think so.
Abe, are you noticing anything odd in here today?
It's his art. It's his piece.
It's his article, yeah.
No saying
Yeah, everyone's staring at Abe.
Abe, the rabbi.
I'm glad that he told the truth. I couldn't fake it. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you supposed to do? Go up there and say it's a great play? It'd be unprofessional.
It would be unprofessional, I guess. He could have eased it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe put a positive spin on the review.
Bravery is very interesting, Akiva, and very noble. But is it as important as loyalty? To be loyal to each other.
In his face.
Do I have something on my shirt?
Shame on you, Abe Weissman.
What did I do?
Poor innocent Buzz.
Whole church.
What did you do to Buzz?
Your husband killed his show. Wrote horrible things about it in that fakakta paper of his.
This whole situation.
Yeah.
Let's have some respect and give the floor back to Rabbi Hubisher.
What's more important, Abraham? Your public or your people?
Oh my God.
To watch They Came, They Danced is to reside in hell?
Okay, he went too far here. Okay.
I figured.
I'm paid to speak the truth. I'm paid to be honest.
Were you this honest when your daughter stunk up the show in 53?
Paulie, don't exaggerate for effect.
Small for the show, big for me.
You know, the show is not very good.
Thank you, Joel.
It has one good song. That's it. You can't have a musical with one good song.
That is true.
You ruined the show, and now you ruined poor Akiva's bar mitzvah.
No, that is not on him.
No offense, but there were a lot of problems with your invite list, kid.
It is, because out there's a great show that isn't getting the resources it needs to be seen.
I agree.
Especially in that theater.
Yeah, I agree.
10 shows out there that could use resources. 20.
Yeah, I agree.
Saying that if you give to one thing, you're taking from another.
This from the girl who stunk up the Catskills with her ham acting.
Who said that?
I am a distraction, and apparently an enemy of the people. So I will leave so that you can carry on with your ceremony.
I really am very much on Abe's side on this.
I am, and that was a fantastic scene. It was one of the best scenes of the whole series. I love that. Everyone just openly fighting at church.
How you and I set a federal building on fire.
Oh, that was years ago. No one cares.
The FBI does.
Mr. Fibby.
Yeah, Mr. Fibby, Mr. FBI.
Yeah.
Because you and I are going to be breaking rocks at Leavenworth, which is going to be hell on my gout. See you in New York.
Asher.
So glad he's coming.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we get Jason Alexander.
I am too.
Also, what is this review he wrote?
Right.
A man who borrowed $10 from me the day before he died because somehow he knew.
Couldn't go to the funeral, at least at a memorial.
And maybe that's even better, right? Rather than doing a stuffy funeral parlor, do it at the place he's lived, worked, and loved. You know,
like the memorial services are somber, but they're always a better time,
right?
Better
I
representation
agree with
of the
that.
person.
Yeah.
A man who was my friend.
It's Jackie.
To Jackie.
Man, it's a good picture.
It's great.
Oh, did he? Did he die? That hurts. That hurts.
That dedication there kind of makes me feel like
I think he did die. Yeah, that hurts so much. Oh, obviously, like, we had that impact at the beginning of the episode.
Right.
We weren't sure.
Yeah.
Seeing that at the very end, it's like, oh, it makes me want to cry so bad.
I really love how they wove it into the episode and made it important.
It does happen here. Talk real fast. I'm gonna grab a tissue. We can get into this episode real fast.
Right.
It's ready sitting over there.
Yeah. He'll be back in about 10 seconds. What I'll just say right off the bat is I know there are a lot of people who've said, foretold us that seasons 4 and 5 weren't their favorites of the show, but I have to say that might be my favorite episode of the series thus far.
Of the whole show.
I thought it was.
It's definitely my top 5 because I still love a lot of season 2, and there's a lot in season 3 that I love. Obviously,
sure.
the Miami episode.
Yeah, there were. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of really stand-up. The first episode in Vegas, there's a lot of.
There's a lot you can pick from. And sorry for walking away there for a second. That last bit got me, and I'm leaking. So,
But no, this was hilarious when it needed to be hilarious. This was one of the funnier episodes, right?
It was
of a funny show. It was hilarious.
Perfect dark comedy. Like,
yeah,
the show's not really dark, but like
there were a lot of
they
dark
could do it
jokes.
very
Yeah,
well.
they did it. They had to. And my guess, and obviously I don't know anything. This is all a surprise to me. Is I feel like that the actor probably had a kind of a dark sense of humor, and so maybe that's why in this one more than. As opposed to any other episode that wrote in a lot of those darker jokes.
Yeah.
There were a lot of dark jokes here, and they haven't done that before. And I'm wondering if that was just kind of the actor's sensibilities. You know, he had a dark sense of humor, which I love. That's not a criticism. Dark sense of humor are great. But I feel like a lot of the really funnier bits were darker than usual.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, the Kevin Pollak bit.
Right.
With the diddlers.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty freaking dark, man.
It was so dark, but it was so funny, and they kept kind of going back to it.
Yeah,
this was so well written.
Cheeky Chester,
right? There were a lot of callbacks to earlier seasons jokes, a lot of payoffs, and one set up here and set up farther back. We got Fantana in this episode, which I love him.
I'm so glad he's perfect.
Right? We got Lenny back in this episode. Yeah. And then there's not enough you can say about the eulogy.
So yeah, honestly. Whatever we say about it's not going to do it justice.
The writing and the performance by Susie was just this was a near. I don't know how long that was. It felt longer than other episodes, or
it was an hour.
Okay, there was just so much in it. But
you know,
this was a near perfect episode of television.
You're kind of talking me into it. This might be the best. This might be the best episode of the whole show. Yeah, the more I think about it,
it was great.
And the thing is, too, he could have had a dark sense of humor. This is a comedy,
right?
You know, and this happens on TV shows. Actors pass away, and then you have to, you know, write it into the show, or you write them out of something. I mean, like, obviously, you could just do like a Fast and Furious, and they're still alive. They're just
right. They're not here,
right?
Yeah.
But I think in this show, Jackie was such a big part of it. You have to write it into it, and I think in a comedy, you know, death is a heavy thing, right?
Right.
So you gotta push it a little bit. You got to make it funny, but also you got to make it heartfelt, and I think they balanced it very, very well.
I think this was an excellent tribute to the actor and to Jackie. Excellent. That last great shot, while still being true to the nature of the show, like there was clearly a lot of care that went into the writing of this episode.
I'm like welling up right now just thinking about it, because like, man, seeing that for forgive me, I forget the actor's name.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with his work outside of this, right?
But like the whole episode just kind of crushes you at the very end.
It does.
Like, oh my God, it's so good, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was the perfect way to send off the actor.
Yeah, me too.
You know, it seemed rushed. What really made me think that it was true that he had passed away was the fact that we didn't see him at the funeral.
Yeah.
That they didn't show the casket or anything. So it's like, he's not there.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the actor's actually gone.
Well, also, was he in the first few episodes?
Yeah.
He was, I guess.
He was there.
It must have been a sudden passing
in the apartment. Yeah. I'm assuming you're probably right.
Sometimes, you know, we just kind of binge everything. So it's like, I can't remember if that was in a season.
Oh no, of course, yeah. We end a season and start another season the next week on these shows, so it's very easy to get the seasons.
And as lovable as Jackie was, he was a supporting character.
Yeah, absolutely.
So sometimes you forget which episode's which with a certain character. Also, we have to talk about the Abe in church with everybody there.
What a great scene that was!
I love that so much. That was one of my favorite scenes of the whole show.
Yeah, it was great.
And he's right. Look, okay, I was at first I was like, how hard did he go?
Well, right. That was me. It was because, you know, anytime a critic writes anything, or even like us talking about a show, right? We're bringing our own biases to it. And it's like, you know, because when he was talking to the editor, he said something along the lines of like, this was a cute little show in the Catskills that they turned into this thing. I'm like, is it bad, or do you just miss what it was in the Catskills? But it sounds like it was just bad.
Just bad.
And he was just honest, you know?
Sometimes things don't work. Let's say it's a small show or a TV movie.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't work on a big screen.
Of course.
In front of a great audience. You know what I mean? I mean, you can have a better idea. But also, he's right. I mean, there's so many starving artists that have good ideas and like have their stories.
You've taken a spot, right? How many good stand-up comedians or good comedians have had sitcoms that were complete disasters?
That's true.
You know, John Mulaney had one great stand-up. Yeah. One of the worst sitcoms ever. Right?
He did.
Very few episodes made it to air.
Wow. Okay.
Whitney, do you remember that one? I can't remember that.
There you go.
Right?
That's your point. Yeah.
Whitney Cummings, I think's her name, is a very talented stand-up comedian. Her show was trash, you know? So, yeah, there are people who, you know, the stuff just doesn't work.
Well, also, we're seeing that today. I feel like in the 2020s, as far as films have gone, there are more independent films that are coming out. And
thank God for that.
Thank God for that, because for a minute there,
it was all franchises.
I don't want to point the finger at Marvel, because there's some good ones.
Marvel takes all the heat because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Disney takes all the heat.
But that's kind of the point, right? It's we're stuffing these theaters full of movies that aren't as good as, say, an original story or an up-and-coming artist that has something original and unique to say. You know,
well, especially since the quality of Marvel's fallen off.
Exactly, and it kind of seems like
in the last 5 years,
it kind of seems like just movies in general. It's all CGI explosions and very thin substance. And I think that's kind of what the filmmakers here are talking about is, why are we celebrating something that's maybe average, like below average? You know?
Yeah, that's like, why? It's a fine little show. Why did you have to trash it? Because there's probably a better show.
Yeah,
you know, there's a better book. There's a better movie. There's a better TV show that's sitting there rotting.
Yeah.
I mean, Mad Men was a show that couldn't find a network for a while. HBO very famously turned it down. It's one of the best shows ever.
Crazy
Ex-Girlfriend,
you know. But yeah, it's you can like something and say something is good, but like, I think the issue comes is when everyone's like, "Oh, it's good," and then it gets praised so much that people think it's a masterpiece, and it's like, no, it's just
not.
fine.
It was just fine. How many times have you watched a movie and
Coda?
Yeah,
Joker,
exactly. Green Book.
Yeah,
you know, how many times have you watched a movie and been like, okay, and then later you're like, now that I think back on it, that actually wasn't very good.
And these things happen
all the time. I'm guilty of it.
And everybody jumps on your throat when you say that.
Right.
Same thing with like Joker. It was a fine, okay, fun movie, and the next thing you know, it's got 9 Oscars, nine Academy Award nominations, and it's like,
it wasn't that good.
What are we doing?
I liked Coda enough. Coda was not the best movie of the year, and it absolutely should not have done that. But yeah, this is. I like the artistic direction it's taken. They covered a lot of ground. They balanced in Jackie's story with Abe's story really here, and the you know, I feel like in the planning, what happened with Abe there was all part of the plan as far as the laying out of the series.
Yeah.
Then the. You know, Jackie passes away, and they have to weave that in, and I felt like they just crushed it. They
did, and I like to tease at the very end, Mr. Fibby.
Yeah.
I want to see Jason Alexander step into the show in a big way, because as soon as we teased him in season 3, I was like, yes.
Me too.
I need him.
I was wondering if he was off the show after the first 2 episodes here, like we've moved on.
And it inches us closer to the possibility of seeing Kevin Pollak and Jason Alexander on screen at the same time, which I don't know if I can handle that.
Right.
For the longest time, I was like, oh, this is the same person.
Really, yeah.
The same person. The universe might explode if this happens. So I really want to see that. I want to see where this is going forward. The show got me. I was a little worried at first. Obviously, it's a great show. Like I said, the second episode was not for me, so I was like, okay, I really hope the next episode they come out swinging.
This is definitely, that definitely was a darker episode to set up this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't mind, but I'm with you on, I would have minded if they would have dragged out Midge's dark spiral.
Yeah.
A couple more episodes. And be like, okay, you know.
4 of those in a row would be tough.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with that. Having it kind of happen the first 2, where like everything's gone wrong for her, and so she's kind of angry.
Yeah.
2 episodes is fine, but you're right. If it would have been like the first half of this season, I'd be like, we get it. Midge is having a bad day.
I even like the pilot. You know, sometimes you got to break it up. You know, you don't want to get stale, and that's why I like this season so far, because it is a different tone, it's a different vibe,
right?
And they made the most of an awful situation, and I really love this episode. I think it's something special.
Yeah. So as we've gotten to this one, you know, moving forward, I really hope we get more Jason Alexander. I hope we get more Santino.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer she's going to be at that club.
He's perfect for this role.
He's perfect for the show, right? He just screams period New York actor.
The cadence of his voice. Like,
absolutely.
It's very stagey. I love it.
Yeah. So and hopefully we get more Lenny now that he's back in New York with us.
They had to slip him in there.
And he was great.
Yeah.
In the 5 minutes he was on the show, of course he was great. This was absolutely one of my favorite episodes of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Me too.
All right, we'll catch you on the next one, guys.
See ya.